Good morning, it's Mark again. Happy Monday. Coming to you a couple days earlier today for some reason, but happy Memorial Day. And what better way to celebrate our troops than to talk about JavaScript? So today we're going to talk about hoisting. What is variable hoisting and what is function hoisting? So in hoisting, when you run your program, you have your variable hoisting. Your variables declarations get moved to the top. So the first thing that happens when you run your function, your variables go to the top, and then everything else happens. So this means that you can use a variable before you declare it. With function hoisting, the same thing happens. If it's a function declaration, it goes to the top. But here's a little tricky part if you're doing a function expression. So if you're placing your function inside a variable, the variable gets hoisted to the top, but the function does not. So it comes later. So that's just an important distinction to remember. Next, how can you add a method to a class that's already defined? With prototypal inheritance, that's how. So if you have a class defined, take your class, so it will be like class, capital C, dot prototype, dot method, whatever you're naming your method, equals function. And then that's how you add your function to your class. And finally, we're going to talk, do you prefer Backbone or Angular? I'm going to go with Angular. Backbone is an older framework for working with your websites. It's not as used. It is very unpopular with everyone I've ever talked to about it. So Angular is a little bit easier to understand. It's a little bit easier to adopt to. You don't have as much flexibility. You have a lot of flexibility in Backbone, but it's a little bit more difficult to work with and read. But Angular sets a little bit more things up for you. It's easier to work, but you don't have as much flexibility as you do with Backbone. But I would choose ease over flexibility and go with Angular. All right, see you next week.